Hello and welcome to this beautiful city of Kunming. My name is Yuan. I'm a reporter with CGTN. In a little more than 2 weeks' time, the United Nations Biodiversity Conference is due to be held in China's Spring City. It's called COP15, or short for the 15th Conference of the Parties. It's a very important international gathering which is going to bring together policymakers and movers and shakers in the field to try and discuss and find a solution as to how us human beings can coexist more peacefully with nature and all of its life forms. Kunming, of course, is the provincial capital of southwest China's Yunnan province. If you know anything about Yunnan, it's known as the kingdom for plants and animals. And that's why we've come here ahead of the time to bring you everything this wonderful province has to offer. And there's nowhere better to start off the journey than here. This is the Fuligong greenhouses, a greenhouses group of the Chinese Academy of Sciences, Kunming Institute of Botany. We're going to go in there in just a little bit, but first of all, let me introduce my wonderful guest for today, Mr. Zhang Quanxing, Victor. Victor, thank you so much for coming out. He's a staff member of the Institute.
Thank you, Yuan. It's a great honor to be your guide today. Actually, there are many interesting things to see in our garden. Just behind us, this interesting plant is called giant bulb. And
Giant bulb?
Yes, giant bulb, and the Latin name is Gunnera manicata.
It must be quite difficult to memorize all these Latin names, right?
It is. Gives me a headache. And let's see the red and green tiny flowers. It looks like an ant tower. Actually, partial of the Chinese name. Literally means ant tower. Yita.
Ant tower.
Yes, ant tower. And the leaves can reach to 4 meters, the diameter.
4 meters?
Yes, 4 meters. This is just a baby.
Well, Victor, let me just get this clear. So you're saying that, it's quite hard. You're saying that this is its flower?
Yes.
But I thought there's no green flowers out in the nature.
It's rare to see, but there is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is one of the very rare.
Very rare situation. And also you can see the red pot. Yeah.
So sometimes they're red, the flowers. Sometimes they're red and sometimes they're green.
When it's grow older, becomes green.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what else? You wanted to show us something else before we actually go into the
interesting plant here originally comes from Australia. Banksia ericofolia. Why it is called Banksia? Because it's named after Sir Joseph Banksia. This one, Banksia ericofolia, is one of the 4 species of Banksia that Sir Joseph collected back in 1770 with Captain Cook. So with great story. And it is a very interesting plant too. Look at this flower.
This is a flower.
Yeah, compared with a fragile flower, this one looks very strong. Why? Because during the daytime, it attracts insects to pollinate for it.
Right.
But during the nighttime, it will attract mammals like a honeybird. Yeah, and it's strong enough to hold little animal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes,
So please follow my steps.
So we're finally going to reveal what Fuligong looks like, right? So this is Fuligong.
Exactly. Fuligong houses is the earliest recorded greenhouse in the history of the world.
Wow. And how long does it date back to?
It was built during the reign of Emperor Wu in Han Dynasty.
So that was, what, about 2,000 years ago?
Around 2,000 years ago.
So this is a borrowed name, you're saying?
Yes, it's borrowed name. The famous botanist Wu Zheng borrowed this story and named our greenhouses Fuligong. It was used to collect exotic flowers, fruits, and trees, etc.
Right. So it's a mostly tropical plant greenhouse?
Tropical and subtropical plants.
Right, right.
Yeah,
just like when it was during the Han Dynasty 2,000 years ago, right?
Yes.
That's because the emperor's capital was out in the north, and he wanted to plant tropical fruits, and that's why he built the Fuligong 2,000 years ago.
Exactly.
And when was this one, the modern day Fuligong, opened?
The modern day Fuligong is around 80 years history, because this institute was established back in 1938. So around 80 years history.
Wow.
Look at this. Doesn't it look like bottle brush?
Bottle brush?
Yes, bottle brush tree. And we have red ones and white ones. And the interesting part is here. Look at the bark. The description of this tree bark is inflammable. So when I read the word inflammable, I thought it's not flammable, but it turned out it's very flammable.
So why?
Inflammable.
So
means,
why is it called inflammable?
Yeah, inflammable in English means very inflammable. So English is a very interesting language, isn't it?
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
And what are we looking at? It's a group of greenhouses here in the Fuligong.
Yeah, 5 of them. And this one is a main greenhouse, and that one.
This one is the main greenhouse,
Yes,
guys. This
main
one is the main
greenhouse.
greenhouse covered inside these glasses, and this is the biggest one of all the greenhouses,
Yes,
right?
it is the biggest one, and it's divided into 2 parts. And this part is high temperature but low humidity, and that part high temperature, high humidity. We'll come back.
We're
later.
gonna come back later. So, desert environment and tropical rainforest environment.
Exactly.
But we're gonna start off with the smaller ones.
Yes, the smaller ones, and the first one is a fern greenhouse.
Fern, which I know nothing about.
Zhang.
Because we have so much ground to cover in such a short period of time.
Exactly.
When we were doing our location scouting, I was trying to suggest to you that maybe we can just skip the fern greenhouse.
No,
but you were
we
quite
should
adamant
not.
about
We should not, because fern is quite interesting plant.
Wow.
Their ancestors once lived with dinosaurs,
Wow.
especially tree ferns. Some of the tree ferns, they literally lived with dinosaurs, so we call them living fossils. Not exactly accurate, but still it's an ancient plant.
Stepping inside here, you can smell the sweetness in the air.
Yes, and also let's check the back over here. Wow!
Wow.
It has no seeds, and how it breeds?
These are not seeds.
No spores. That's a secret. Many spores.
That's how you can tell ferns from other plants?
Exactly.
And that's
how you-
what they pollinate with.
Yes. It's not pollen, but we call it spores. It works quite differently. But anyway, yeah, please follow the steps. They are tree ferns.
How many different types are there, do we know?
We have
They're so pretty.
yeah.
Look at this.
We have around 400 different species in this little greenhouse.
Wow. And they come in all kinds of different shapes and forms?
Yes, and look at this staghorn fern.
That's fern.
Doesn't it look like a staghorn?
It does, but it doesn't look like fern.
It is fern.
It's really hard for us to, especially our cameraman, to walk on such a
That's
narrow
fine.
path.
Take your time.
Beautiful flowers here. And this greenhouse, Victor, is also temperature controlled and humidity controlled and everything?
Yes, we have to.
Because this is not their native environment, right?
It is not. We have to supply moisture to ferns.
Right. But that's the beauty of having a greenhouse, is that you get to check out all kinds of exotic plants, right? And you also told me the other day, Victor, that a lot of people ask you before they consider getting tattoos.
Yeah.
That fern.
That was one girl comes from Beijing, and he saw the pictures of ferns I shared morning and got tattooed that exact evening. So I was astonished.
If you really look at their leaves, they are really beautiful.
Patterns of the ferns.
Yes.
Isn't this beautiful?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing patterns.
Yeah.
And the shape as well.
Yeah.
So this is a rather small greenhouse.
It is a small greenhouse. And now we are going to see another small greenhouse. And we will be able to see lichens.
Lichens.
Yes, in that room. Have you ever heard of lichens?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
But
So tell me about it.
there are a lot of interesting things that people don't actually know about lichens, right?
Yeah.
They're everywhere, first of all.
Exactly.
But people don't actually recognize them.
Because they are too tiny.
They're too tiny, and because people don't know much about them.
No.
People are always like, oh, this is moss.
Yeah.
Or this is some type of plant.
Yeah,
But
you know so much.
But here's our first big reveal for this live stream. Lichens are actually not plants.
No.
Write that down. Lichens are not plants.
No, they are not plants. Actually, you can see it as a macro ecosystem. Every lichen is a tiny little ecosystem.
Yes,
It's
explain
a-
why.
Yeah, it's a combination of
Algae?
algae, yeah,
algae?
fungi or algae.
American
yeah.
English
A
versus British English.
Yes, a combination of both. Anyway, yeah, it's a combination. So
Okay,
it
wow.
is also called the pioneer of life.
Right.
So if one day human being goes to the Mars, lichen will be our pioneer too, because it will use lichen acid to turn rocks into soil. But this is a very slow process. It takes 1,000 years to make 1 centimeter soil.
Wait. They can turn rocks into soil.
Exactly.
Which means they can live inside solid rocks.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Wow. Explain to us.
In cracks, between cracks.
Right.
Not exactly inside the rock, but yeah.
Just
Every
explain a
crack.
little bit more why, because we got distracted by British English versus American
Yeah.
English.
It's a combination of fungi and algae.
Right. So combination of fungi and algae.
It produces acid. It's called lichen acid.
So the fungi provide the structure for
Yes.
the algae to live in.
Yes.
And then the algae photosynthesizes, and then the
they benefit
fungi,
each other.
Right. And the fungi provide water and other nutrients and all that stuff.
Exactly.
So it's a very codependent relationship. And that's why they can survive in very tough environments, right?
Exactly.
Right.
Okay, so now we are going to the main greenhouse.
Exciting. It's huge.
Yeah, I'm excited too every time I come.
So, if you remember,
Yeah.
our first piece of little note for you is that lichens are not plants, right?
Exactly. And check this out. Smells good. Take a while to guess what this could be. Would be?
See, the thing is, Victor, to me, they're just all trees.
Anything familiar when you smell it? Nothing?
Yes,
Doesn't call anything?
it's a quite
Rosemary.
rosemary. Okay,
I'm pretty sure you tried these people.
rosemary.
Protea. This is called the king of protea, as the biggest flower.
That's
It's
the
good for-
national flower of South Africa, right?
Exactly. And it's very good fresh cut flower. It's very popular nowadays.
Right.
Yeah. Expensive too.
Expensive too, and you can get it here.
No, you can't. You'd better not. Our slogan is don't take anything apart from picture and don't leave anything apart from footprints.
And memories too.
And memories, yes.
And just I guess many of our viewers are wondering out there, especially those in China, is the Fuligong greenhouse group still open to the public?
Not yet. We are now closed for COP15.
Right. But after
Great.
COP15, after mid-October, this is going to reopen to the public?
Yeah, this will be reopened to the public. But you have to make an appointment before you come.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
That makes sense, especially during the epidemic.
Yeah.
This looks like Monet's garden.
Yes.
The water
Looks
lilies.
beautiful, isn't it?
It's beautiful. And so
Many
quiet.
tropical fruits, fascinating tropical fruits. And I'm going to introduce the very interesting fruits to you now.
So we're coming this way.
The magician of taste bud. It's
is
called
it?
miracle fruit.
Miracle fruit.
Yes.
I like that name.
After you taste it, and in about 2 hours, it will turn everything you taste acid, sour, into sweet.
No, lemon?
Yes. Lemon and anything sour.
Wow, that's unbelievable.
Yeah. It will numbing your sour sensitive
Taste buds.
taste buds, and that activate the
The sweet buds.
Yes, sweet buds.
Okay.
So,
And here it says it's a treasure of Ghana in West Africa. And when Premier Zhou Enlai visited West Africa in 1964, that's when we first had this in China.
yes, that's
Okay.
great. This one.
And can they grow in nature or in China? I mean,
Yes.
is there a natural environment where they can grow, or do they only
south of China?
South of China.
like Guangzhou.
Okay.
And Xishuangbanna or Hainan.
Xishuangbanna being another prefecture here in Yunnan province?
Yes, another prefecture. Let's check. Can we find any fruit here?
What fruit are you looking for?
I'm looking for a drum. Why it is called a drum, we will find out soon. Okay. Senseiya jumbos, it's hollow inside, but it's not fully mature, so no, we cannot hear anything. If it grows this big, then you can hear. When you shake it, you will hear the noisy sound. So it is also called the drum. Next time.
Next time, maybe.
Yeah.
And these are just babies, maybe.
Yeah, babies. Not fully grown. Water lily.
So
You know anything about water lily? Yeah, ever heard a legend or anything?
no, I see them in Monet's paintings, but not legends.
Yeah. Let's check this out. Can you see this baby leaf? This one.
That's their leaf,
Yeah, it's a baby leaf, and
and then
it will grow. Then it will detach this big leaf and grow to an isolated individual,
oh, here's what
like an animal.
here's where I showcase my plant vocabulary. What's that called?
Yeah, what's that called? What's that called?
It's called viviparous plant.
Viviparous plant, exactly. Very good.
So yes. Oh gosh, I spent so much time last night trying to memorize these terms. So basically, they form and grow while they're still attached to their
Attached
parents,
To the parents, yes.
and then they go away,
They fully grow, then they go away.
just like a human baby.
Like a
Are there?
more than 2,500 species we have collected in this garden.
In the Fuligong
In greenhouses.
Wow.
Yes.
We're sorry, we just went offline, which is exactly what we worried about before this live stream. Because, Victor, you were explaining to me that a lot of greenhouses have this problem.
Yes, it's not a problem that we have, but a problem that it's all over the world. We tried to do a live show of the botanical gardens around the world, but it's poor signals, and we did around 4 or 5 countries, then we cannot proceed because of this.
Right, that's because we just came through a man-made tunnel in this greenhouse. That's probably where we lost our signal. So a lot of our viewers probably don't know that we're in a completely different zone now. Explain to us, once again, Victor, where we are at right now.
Yeah, now we are in the main greenhouse, and there are 2 parts of the main greenhouse. A part is high temperature, high humidity, and the other part is high temperature and low humidity.
So in English, please.
In English, tropical desert area. Yes.
Right, so tropical zone and desert zone. And as you can see, we're in the desert zone right now.
We're having a good time, but with bad signal.
We just hope when we go back to the tropical zone, the signal's going to hold.
I think it will get better.
But we're not going to go back to the area where the signal was quite bad.
No.
But do you still want to share your poem, Victor?
Maybe another time.
Because we're not going to see the plant, right?
No, this way, please. We should go this way, or...
I think we should go that way, because that's where we come from. That's with the magical...
No, this way. We should go this way.
Please
follow me.
Right.
Yes, this way.
It can get quite confusing inside here.
It is, and that's the fun of it. Look at this. Look at the tree leaves. Isn't that beautiful? And we believe this represents the future of gardening.
House gardening, home gardening.
Yeah, home gardening. You can plant these, and there is a huge variety of begonia family. Begonia family, yes. It's so beautiful. The leaves, and let's check this out.
And there are many different types of plants in the begonia family, right?
Yes. Look at this. Can you see the change of the colors? Can you see?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's dark purple right here and a lighter shade of purple.
Yeah, and it changes. It changes
right.
with different angle when you perceive it.
Right.
Can you see?
Because the texture of this leaf
because of texture.
Reflect the light off of it, right?
Because of the texture.
Now, Victor, are these moss or lichens?
Moss. It's moss.
They look so similar.
Actually, they look very different.
They look exactly the same to us, non-botanist people.
We get familiar with them, and you will gradually see the difference. And in this area, we can see the 5 trees and 6 flowers as Buddhism. And in this area, we can feel the harmonious relationship between human being and plants.
How so?
Because the Buddhists grew these 5 trees and 6 flowers around temples, and it urges the villagers to protect trees and plants and help them to get the awareness to protect nature. So I think it's a good thing.
Right.
It's a good thing. And especially in Xishuangbanna, you will see this a lot, 5 trees and 6 flowers.
So explain what Xishuangbanna is, because a lot of our viewers are from outside of China.
Xishuangbanna is a prefecture located in the south of Yunnan province. It's a tropical region, and there is a huge variety of plants in that region. Take, for example, this one, ficus. It is the long top is called tip-top, and this structure helps tree leaves to get rid of rain, get rid of water the quickest way.
That's actually very smart because they live in tropical rainforests where the humidity is really high.
Exactly.
So they formed the evolution
It is.
gave them this shape of leaves. Yes, and I was also told that this leaf is very suitable for making bookmarks.
Yes, it's very suitable. Put that into water, and yeah, you probably tried this before, right?
No,
have you tried?
Not really.
No.
Put it in water, and then what?
Put it in water and wait till around 2 hours. Yeah, and the structure left and all the tissues will go. Will peel off.
Just 2 hours.
Yeah, just 2 hours. Just 2 hours.
So the bones are gonna stay.
Yeah, the bones will stay and looks very beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can I?
No, you can't. Please don't.
How do you know what I was gonna ask?
Okay, this way, please. Yeah. Let's enjoy this moment and take nothing at all.
Right, I was gonna ask Victor if I could take away a piece of leaf with me.
Isn't this beautiful?
Fern, right?
That's a tree, the shape of it, and over there, begonia. Wow, look at the leaf. Do you like it?
Did we? No, Victor, we're not gonna go to the second floor yet. We haven't seen the fig trees, have we?
Ah.
So that's my. You have to take me to see them. That's my favorite part about this.
Right. So let's go this way. Let's go this way.
See, I told you it's easy to get lost inside here.
It is. Ah, look at this.
Right. So
One tree forest.
This is my favorite part in this whole main structure of the Fuligong greenhouse.
Yeah. It is actually one single tree. After it
All
grows,
of these.
Yeah. After it grows, the root comes out the trunk and drops to the land and penetrates itself into the soil. So it looks like a forest, but it's only one single tree.
And that's one of the striking characteristics about rainforest, right?
One of the 5 characteristic phenomena in rainforest.
So,
and
Victor,
over the plank root.
Plank root,
Yes.
that one over there.
Yeah, over there. Because the soil loose, so it needs more power. That's why it evolved into this shape.
Right.
Need more support.
Right. And it's called plank because people use it to make tables and stuff like that, right? Flat surfaces?
It looks like plank, I think. I don't know.
Oh. Wow. There's so many things we don't know about the tropical rainforest.
So many things. And strangulation, you were interested in.
I wanted to talk about that.
Strangulation over there. Here.
麝香老师
Yeah, let's take a look. Strangulation.
Oh.
It's in the process. It's quite interesting, isn't it?
Okay. So that's also a fig tree.
Outside is ficus, and inside we have to check out maybe palm tree or another ficus.
Okay, so
Yeah.
this is another, we talked about the characteristics of the tropical rainforest, and
Yes.
this is another one of them.
Yes, another one of them. Tree kill tree.
Tree kill tree.
Yeah.
How cruel is that?
Yeah, it's how it happened that
So birds carry the tree seeds,
Yes.
and then they lay the seeds on another tree, right?
Exactly.
And then fig trees often begin as, here's once again where I showcase my amazing botanical vocabulary. It starts its life as an epiphyte. That means it actually dangles in the air and grows downward and
Exactly.
absorbs water and nutrients from the air, from the environment, right? And we actually call that a aerial root.
Yes.
Right, so they grow downward until they reach the ground. That's
Yeah.
when they really begin to grow, be able to
Yes.
absorb moisture and nutrients from the soil, and then they really begin to grow and wrap around the host tree.
You did your homework.
did.
Wonderful.
I did my
Wonderful.
homework.
It actually it sounds a lot like single tree forest.
Right,
Yeah?
because those are also aerial roots.
Yes, arrow roots too.
Because trees grow by expanding their girth. So once in the clutches of the aerial roots of the fig tree, the host tree cannot grow any longer.
No, it will be strangled, and with nutrition being taken away too, it will die gradually, painfully.
Wow.
Yeah.
Deprived of all its water and nutrients.
Yeah, it's
And then
cruel nature.
and then it feeds its dead body in
Its
turn.
dead body will
feeds
decay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and will feed the strangler.
That's why we also call it the killer fig.
Yes. Yes.
Right. So second floor, Victor?
Okay, yeah, let's go to the second floor.
So much ground to cover in just 1 hour. I think I can spend 2 months inside here and never get bored.
You have been exaggerating. But actually, it's true that every time I come, I feel something new, and I feel very happy as long as inside this greenhouse with
and
so many trees, so many plants. Wow.
And you come here a lot.
Yes, I come here a lot every month.
How many floors are there in this main structure?
Three. We are now at the second floor, I think. Yes. This way, please.
We might lose signal again, guys, because we're
Yeah,
once again under a tunnel.
There's a waterfall here, and it works as an air conditioning too.
Right. So guys, this should be a waterfall, but because this venue is closed for the preparations of COP15.
It's a vacation.
Yes, so the waterfall actually went on vacation.
Yeah, no vacation too.
It's good. It's a good thing because I was a little worried about sound. It makes a huge sound.
Yeah.
But it helps control the humidity in this greenhouse, right?
This greenhouse helps. So it's like a canopy walk.
It feels so good with,
Yeah,
the,
in
with the
tropical
breeze
forest.
coming from the windows.
Yeah. That's what you can see from the top of tropical forest.
Oh, also, I meant to ask you, Victor, since we lost our signal in the desert zone,
Yes.
how do you create a tropical rainforest environment and a desert environment right next to each other? Like, how do you control the temperature and humidity?
Modern tech knowledge, it's amazing. We have sensors around all the corners of this greenhouse, so everything's automatic. Everything's just automatic. It's amazing, the modern technology.
And let me get this straight. So this tree comes from the first floor and it grew all the way to the second.
Yes,
Amazing.
it is. That octopus, this family is a sign of a tropical forest. If you don't have this kind of tree, then they won't recognize
You as
it's
a tropical.
as tropical forest.
Okay.
So
Does it smell?
but years
it's
ago,
got-
we found
It's got the word xiang, which means fragrance in it, so I thought it should smell something.
Smells good. Everything smells.
It's
smells
such a shame that we don't get to see more flowers at this time of the year, right?
Yeah, it's autumn. It's autumn. Come on.
Because COP15, the United Nations Biodiversity Conference, was originally due to be held in the spring, right?
In the
And then
spring,
because
yes.
of
During that time,
COVID-19.
we will be able to see rhododendron or maybe some camellia, late camellia. But also, it will be holding next month, and there are many things to see too. We have liquid amber, maple tree.
Okay.
Yeah, red flower, red leaves. And also, yeah, we have many colorful, beautiful foliage plants. Still, many things to see. No big deal. It is so-called spring city. If
There's
COP15,
always flowers.
yeah, if COP15 holds in other cities, then it will be problem.
So we're on the third floor already,
yeah,
right?
Third floor already.
And this one, I wanted to show you this one.
Yeah.
This one grew from all the way from the...
Chinensis. Yeah, this is exactly the tree we found and proves that we have tropical forest in Xishuangbanna.
Okay.
This is the exact tree.
And we can see here's sort of a foothold, a scaffolding sort of for the tree.
It will reach to 70 meters.
70.
Yes, 70.
70 meters.
70.
Wow.
Joking not, it's still very thin, you see, still very thin. And it's already very tall.
So this
And
is
the
not even an
highest
adult.
point-
And this
No,
one
it's
grew-
not. It's still a baby. Yeah. The highest point of this building is 29.9.
Okay, so what are you going to do? What are you going to do once this tree grows up?
I don't know. Maybe I'll make a hole.
Because it already grows from the first floor all the way to the third, and it's still a baby.
Yeah, it's
so
amazing.
you're going to have to think of something fast.
Yeah. But 10 meters to go. Yeah, a few years. We can wait. Not our problem.
Ooh, I love this walk.
Yeah. Did you have a good time?
Of course,
In
and
the
tell us
house.
what are we seeing in front of us, Victor?
Yeah, this is a biodiversity book bar. So you can read books inside and drink a cup of coffee and take a break.
Right,
here.
I see a lock. It's not open today.
Public holiday today.
Right.
Not everyone work like us, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's my fault for dragging you along on such an important holiday.
We both know, we know each other, we are workaholic, we have fun.
And we support each other when we're desperate about
Yes.
doing this show.
We
and
have been
memorizing.
we have been so supportive. I can remember.
I couldn't have pulled this off without you, Victor. It's just too much expertise and
enjoyed your company.
vocabulary.
Yeah, I enjoyed your company. Okay.
But it is the Mid-Autumn Festival here in China,
Yeah.
which traditionally is a holiday to get together with your family members.
Yes.
So wherever you are in the world out there, to our viewers out there, whether you are from China or not, whether you celebrate the holiday or not,
today
Victor and I hope that you're with your family and you're happy.
Yeah.
And
Family
wish
is
you a
very
happy
important.
Mid-Autumn Festival.
Yes. Have a good day. So next stop is Orchard Greenhouse. Let's see.
The weather here. The weather today is so good because it rained
Yeah.
a couple of days before.
Maybe they changed the password.
Is this this is the orchid greenhouse?
Orchid. Let's see. Another gate.
Is there another gate?
Yes. Another gate of different greenhouse.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna skip the orchid.
This one. Anyway, nothing interesting to say anyway.
But I thought you wanted to talk about the fairy slippers.
Yes, fairy slippers are endangered in the world, and one scientist called Zhang spent more than 20 years to do the study and successfully grew it in the laboratory, and they planted it back in the nature. So great work. I admire them very much.
So here's my question. It might sound stupid,
Yeah.
but why is it important for us to still have the fairy slippers?
Yeah, it's a very good question, and I think we could ask this question in a different way. Why we protect biodiversity? It's because that biodiversity supplied food, shelter to us. To protect biodiversity is to protect ourselves.
Right.
It's all connected. It's all connected. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. when there is a piece miss, then the whole picture will be wrong.
And we've cultivated such a codependent and complex relationship with plants throughout the millennium, actually. I think people don't normally think of plants as having shaped the way that we behave and the way we live today, right?
I think we shaped each other.
Why do you say so? Because
that in many ways that we have changed plants, and also plants changed us too. Plants changed our way to live. That not until that we start to grow weight, that we human beings settled down, and after that, the whole civilization. Without the settle down, then I think we probably won't have this civilization. So that's the basis, and it's plants and humans shape each other.
And I just actually learned very recently that humans began using fire because of plants instead of meat.
Exactly.
Because I've always thought, we started using fire. Our ancestors started using fire in order to cook meat, right? But that's actually not the case.
No, not the case. Because many plants are poisonous. And to eat the plants safely, you have to do something. And high temperature to heat the food is one safe way.
And to break their chemical weapon.
Yes, to break the chemical weapon. Exactly.
Wow.
Very good metaphor. Where did you get that from?
It just came to my mind. You inspired me, Victor.
Yeah, we
You
inspire
always
each other.
inspire
It's
me.
like plants and human beings. We inspire each other.
It's
we
like,
shape each other.
It's like lichens with
Yeah,
the
it's like-
algae and
yeah.
the fungi.
Okay, let's do this way. You always change the combination.
Do you think we can go in this one? Because this is actually my favorite one.
Yeah.
Yes.
We
Yes.
are lucky enough today. And with fork too.
You can feel the humidity coming up in this room.
Yes.
And guys, once again, this is my favorite greenhouse in the Fuligong
Why?
greenhouse group because I think, well, we're going to get to it. First of all, it's very visually interesting, right?
Yes.
And second of all, it's just awesome to see plants being able to attack their prey actively. and just
Not a normal thing.
Just let go of everything. It's just quite impressive to see plants eating meat instead of the other way around.
Yes. And this area covering an area of 300 meters. And we have collected more than 1,000 species of carnivorous plants.
Carnivorous plants.
Yeah, carnivorous plants.
Plants that
this
eat meat.
region. Yes, plants that eat meat. It's very interesting.
Okay, so how many different categories are we looking at? I know there are
mainly two main categories. One is
so we're looking
shall
at
we see the set a trap?
Right.
Yeah, so different way is sticky ones. So there are two ways to get animals.
Victor, I've always wanted to try something. I've always wanted to put my finger inside this and see what happens, but I've never
Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen, because
You're lying to me.
three triggers over the. Look, the spike. Can you see that?
I think
If it's an insect, then
right.
if you trapped it in this part, then you will struggle. Then you will touch three triggers spontaneously. But if you use your finger to put it inside, you won't do anything. You may try.
It's not going to hurt, is it?
No. Even it's close, it won't hurt. Nothing will happen.
But if I touch the trigger, what's going to happen?
If you touch all three triggers together at the same time, then it will close.
I'm a little nervous about doing this.
It's okay.
But anyway, this is called the Venus flytrap.
Yes.
So it eats insects, flies, and bees, and all kinds of insects like that.
Yes.
And my naked eyes can see the 3 tiny strands of hair inside. This is their
That's
leaf. This is their leaf, right?
It is the leaf.
So it's got nectar on the inside of the
And
leaf.
it attracts insects, to eat.
And then once they're inside,
And
they
it
kind
will
of
be
play
dead
around
insect.
inside.
Yeah, it will be a dead insect.
and they trigger the 3 hairs,
Yes.
it's gonna shut close
Yes.
and squeeze the insect to death.
Yes.
So Victor,
Or actually, it's more like a lock the insect inside, and it will die slowly
And
gradually,
painfully.
And painfully. Yeah,
so it's like 2 walls.
yeah it's like
squeezing.
2 walls. Yes.
Wow. I wouldn't go anywhere near there
Like
if I were a
succulent
bee.
Plants too?
What's that?
Succulent plants or different succulent
They
plants.
look like rocks.
Yeah, like rocks. The habitat is in desert, and most parts of the plant is under the soil. So this is the only part you can see.
Oh.
Yeah, from top.
People like raising this kind of.
Yes, we do.
And
It's
then-
easy. It's easy.
And then
It's easy
here,
to grow.
Victor, we get to see another kind of carnivorous plant.
Yes. Check this out.
Which
It's
is-
sticky.
This is called the sundew.
Yeah.
And I don't think a camera can quite capture it, but you can see tiny sticky balls of liquid
Yeah.
on the tip of the fur here, which look like morning dew.
Yes.
That's where they got their name, sundew. And let me just show you how sticky they are.
This, yeah, it's very sticky. It's
Well-
very sticky.
Yeah.
This particular one is called Roridula dentata. Yeah, that's the Latin name of this one.
Right. And we can see the dead body of some unrecognizable. I think this is a mosquito.
Yeah, it's
If-
a mosquito.
and this one might have been a fly or something.
Fly or flying ant. Fly, yeah, I think it's.
Yeah. But just the husk of the animal. The flesh and nutrients have all been taken by the plant, right?
Yes, it's amazing, isn't it?
It's amazing.
Not something you would expect a plant to do.
Exactly. To attack actively.
Great. So,
I think there's one more room in there. If you
think
could.
There is one more room, yes.
Thank you, Victor.
My pleasure. Dendrobio. Dendrobio.
I've
It's
never.
a kind of orchid too, and it's used.
Oh, 石斛 in
Yes,
Chinese,
yes,
right?
yes, yes.
Sorry,
石斛.
I've never learned the English name of this
Dendrobio.
one.
Yeah.
And Victor,
And over there, look over there, different shapes and colors of what? Can you remember? Begonia.
begonia, yes.
Future.
The ones where we plant at home to look at their leaves,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Right.
It's foliage plant.
And their leaves comes in all shapes of colors.
Yes. How wonderful is that?
Wow.
And I love this arrangement. It's genius. Wow. I love it.
And just a moment ago, Victor, you asked me why I like the carnivorous plant
Why?
venue the best.
Yeah.
Because here's something that I wanted to ask you. You said yourself a while ago
Yeah.
that you don't expect plants to do such a thing, right? To
Not
hunt.
I don't expect, but
People don't.
People don't.
Because you're a botanist. Duh,
I know they
Victor.
do. I know they
Yeah,
do.
you know they do. But people don't normally expect plants to, first of all, eat meat,
Yes.
and second of all, to actively attack and
Yes.
prey.
Yes.
So the reason why I like that venue the best is because it gives me a whole new perspective as to how to look at plants.
Yeah.
They're smart.
Yes, they are.
They probably
In a way, they are smart.
Right, and
yes.
this is debatable. Do they have intelligence?
In a way, I think they do. Not in our human way, but I think they do. But in their way. Yeah, they don't have nerves, so...
They don't have a brain.
Yeah, they don't have brains, so we cannot see that they have intelligence like
Right.
us do. But I'll give you a quite simple example. We eat the fruit of plants, and we thought we exploit the plant and we take advantage of it. But the other way, from the perspective of plant, they take advantage of you too. They use you to transport the seeds to spread the
Right.
offsprings.
Right.
So
it's important. Well, your takeaway message for those of our viewers who are watching right now is that to not look at plant from only a human perspective.
exactly. I think we should be, how to say, a little bit more humble, maybe. Yeah.
More open-minded
More,
about.
yes, open-minded. I like that word. Yeah,
Right.
it's a better word.
Right.
More
Because yes, I know plants don't have nerve cells, they don't have a brain. So they probably don't have intelligence the way that we do.
Yeah.
But they are able to process all kinds of different information that the environment gives them.
Yes.
And they're able to coordinate all of their different parts to react
Yes.
and to even attack.
Yeah, plants are members of this earth we share too. Yeah. That's what I think. Not exactly correct.
So, Victor, it's been an amazing journey. I think we hit all the venues in the
Yes.
Fuligong Palace besides the orchid
Yeah.
greenhouse, which we can't get into.
Yes, yes, and it has been a wonderful morning, and I enjoyed every second of your company. Thank you for this invitation. I loved it.
Thank you, Victor, for
My
teaching me
pleasure.
so much
No,
about plants.
come on,
the basic
no.
knowledge, but
You-
more importantly, the way that we look at plants.
No, I have been instructed to. Yeah, that's. Yeah, I know that you did your homework and you have been so knowledgeable and been so instructive,
Oh,
and
thank you.
that was very
I'm flattered because you know
impressive.
so much
Impressive. Actually, I have been tourist guide for like 10 years and have never met a tourist like you. So
Oh, I'm so
yeah,
flattered.
it's very impressive.
You brought that
did a
out
good
of
job.
me because you know so much about your thing, and
No,
I just didn't want to look so stupid. Right next to you.
We inspire each other. That's what friends do. Friends
Right,
do.
right,
Yeah,
great.
it's
So,
a good thing.
so Victor is also going to be a guide during the
During the
COP15, the United
yes,
Nations
yes.
Biodiversity
So
Conference.
this will be my first rehearsal. So thank you for offering me this
I'm
opportunity.
honored.
Yeah.
And also the second phase of the COP15 conference is scheduled to be held next
Next year,
April. So
yes.
Victor, if I come back again next April, are you going to show me around this venue again?
Of course, what you're talking about, of course.
With all the different flowers and different seasons.
Yeah, so different scenarios. We will be able to see more interesting things during spring.
That's perfect.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Victor, I had such a wonderful morning. Thank you so much. And I hope we
Pleasure.
do this again.
Me too. Likewise.
So here's all from us, guys.
Yeah.
Happy Mid-Autumn Festival again. And Victor and I are going to stick around for a while for
Yes.
COP15. If you have any questions, leave comments.
Have a good day.
Have a good day.
Hope you enjoyed it too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.